Alright, today is November the 1st, 2015. Watching the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop, and we're watching a developing gale right here. This system is trying to spin counterclockwise, and there is a HAARP transmitter right here on this system to prevent it from intensifying. But even still, it is identified as a developing gale. And there's also heat all the way around this entire system here, as we see this flow moving towards the west coast. This blockade, or rather this hot air barricade, will prevent this flow here from merging and feeding this low pressure system right here. Alright, and also we can see some chemtrails right over here. I don't know if you can see that on the screen right here. There's a couple large ones right there and there. So we've got the jets way out in the central Pacific working on this jet stream flow here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this in the infrared mode here in a second. We also have a HAARP transmitter right here generating some clockwise movement. All through here we've got heat, and that is disrupting the jet stream flow right here. Jet stream is coming along and then diving down and then moving right over the Oregon and Washington area. Let's go ahead and take a look at that jet stream map right now. Okay, so it is moving along here, diving down. The HAARP transmitter right here is interrupting the flow right here, and then the rest of that is moving into the northwest and part of California there. Okay. Let's go back to the other map here. Okay. So we do have a lot of moisture up here. There's high pressure right here that will keep that most likely out of California. However, there is rain forecast for California tomorrow, Southern California. This morning, in the Los Angeles area, we had 19.4% humidity at about quarter to 12 in the morning, 11:45, 19.4%. And then right now, at about quarter to 10, or quarter to 9, we have 49% humidity. So the humidity is increasing greatly. We're up to around 50%. And that is because this moisture field is continuing to drop down further south into the state. But we see what's happening here is that this HAARP transmitter right here, which is actually breaking up this moisture field. We have a flow from this developing gale, which is moving right through Northern California, and that is now being disrupted. So they've got descending air right here, and that is going to cut this flow off. So I'm going to stay with my no rain forecast for Southern California. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of these other maps. We have the this is the western U.S. We can get a better view of what's happening here. This is a very large area of warm air. We've got this moisture field diving down right here. It's moving clockwise around this heat that's been generated by that transmitter. And it should all be turning and moving out to the east, but that's not happening. And we have this developing gale. This is the tail of that developing gale, which is was moving across into northern California and Nevada. That's not happening. So this here is going to stop the rain potential for the state. And we'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. There's a lot of fast-moving air. Things are happening very quickly, so we'll just keep an eye on things. This may be a temporary situation right here. All right, let's look at the. This is the infrared loop, and we can see that the rain band, the flow of rain here, has pretty much been pinched off by this high pressure that they've installed right here to keep this flow out of the west coast. And we still have this feature right here. We do have the Cascade Mountain Range that runs right through here, but that also runs up into Canada. And it's interesting that this is only occurring along these two states and not all the way up into Canada. So anyway, let's go take a look at the this is the water vapor map for the northwest, and we can see this feature right here, which has been sort of disrupting the general flow to the east, breaking up the moisture field as it passes over. And the fact that that is such a fairly straight line, maybe they've got, maybe there's some transmitters along here. I don't think it's just the Cascade Range by itself that's doing this, running all the way through here. Keep an eye on that. Here's another shot of the same map in the infrared mode, and all these rain bands right here, these cells of rain are just stopping right here, and it's completely disrupted back over here on this side. But not the case up in Canada. Everything's moving along unimpeded through Canada. So if anybody has any thoughts on this, or any idea why or how that's being done, I'd like to hear from you. Okay, let's look at the, this is the visible light mode. All right. Okay, let's take a look at the, this is the surface analysis map, and we see that we got California right over here, and we have a cold front that's moving towards the area, and a low that's identified right here. And we have this developing gale right here. We've got a gale here and a developing gale. And of course there's heat, and that's being, the HAARP transmitter heat's being identified with this red north traveling warm front. Let's go back to that main screen again, the big map, and look at that again. See here that they're putting heat right on the core of this HAARP transmitter right there. That's putting heat right down on top of this descending air, and that will prevent this from spinning up into a large system. It's completely isolated too as well. It's surrounded, and that's the way they want it. Otherwise this would get very big very quickly. All right. Okay, so we've got another low here, and a huge area of high pressure out here, 1,038 millibar. That's blocking all this weather up here. It's keeping that all to the north. Okay, so let's look at the jet stream again. We saw that sea level pressure right here. Got a huge area of high pressure, and we've got you see these lines right over Oregon or Washington and Oregon. Big spike here. High pressure, little high pressure identifier right there. Same here over Oregon. These have moved a little bit since yesterday. Here is the 500 millibar, and we see some squiggly lines right here. Got some. Now this is what may come around and move into Southern California. This is their rain forecast here. This thing may move. This little trough of low pressure right here may move over the area and bring some kind of moisture, but I don't think that's going to happen. I hope I'm wrong. Let's go look at the 300 millibar map. We do have low pressure all through here, though. That's interesting. We've got low right here. So it's hard to say. we might get just a few hundredths of an inch at most. I'll go with that. Okay, let's look at the 300 millibar. And got this low out here, that developing gale. And see that they've got high pressure indicated here. And got some low pressure here. So keep an eye on things. If we get rain, I'll report that. Okay, so that's pretty much it for today's report. And go ahead and do an update tomorrow. All right, that's it.